All right. I've been disgusted, but I've done research and I've looked up all my favorite characters, and a lot of my favorite characters are trash tier. It makes me mad. Why are my favorite characters low tier and trash tier, and they're like on the bottom of every fighting game list, or rather every Marvel vs. Capcom 2 list? So I just went through and I tweaked them all, man. I made all my favorite characters no longer well trash. There's one character I'm gonna have to tweak later. I'm gonna do these individually, character by character. I'm gonna post a video as I do them. I don't take advice from any of you guys because I don't know you. And also, if I took your advice, I wouldn't have this amazing project that I have now. But a character that I showcased in the previous video was Ryu. Ryu no longer has stubby normals. I fixed all of his fireballs to not be so orthopedic and they look like the equivalent to a giant kindergarten pencil and a normal pencil. It was pretty jarring and weird. It was just that Ryu was terrible, and I fixed him, man. He's no longer low tier. He's now top tier. And another character that I tweaked outside of Ryu was actually Ken, man. Ken was low key. I think Ken is better than Ryu in a lot of aspects in regards to like his kicking ability. But again, he's another character that's low tier. So I'm gonna do my best to well, I did my best to tweak this character. I'm just gonna showcase what I changed here. Let's pick old Captain Cliche here for the second character. Yeah, it's mind-boggling, dude. Every time I do research on my favorite characters, they turn out to be like the worst characters in every game. It's pretty annoying, dude. For the record, I say this like every video. I have a filter that completely removes the pixelation. This is actually how I prefer to play this game. It looks way superior. It modernizes MVC2. But for the purists out there, I'm gonna play the video in the normal pixel art or low resolution art, whatever you want to call it. I'll play it in this fashion. So for Ken, you can already tell the obvious here. Ken has a lot of animation tweaks. He has physics added to his hair, to his clothes, to his gi belt. He has a blinking animation added to his face. He's got the works, man. He looks way more fluid. He's more akin to Street Fighter Third Strike, which has the most fluid sprite animation I've ever seen in Street Fighter. And he has a fully animated crouch, just like my Ryu. Another thing, well, that's cosmetic stuff. So for the gameplay, the things that I tweaked were the things that freaked me out that I thought just looked atrocious. And I've always hated about MVC2, which was his fireball. His fireballs were terrible, man. As you see here, instead of those orthopedic, humongous, gross-looking fireballs that the default Marvel vs. Capcom has, I shrunk them down. I drastically shrunk his fireball to something more normal, and this didn't result. This makes more sense given most of you guys aren't really fans. Well, most of you guys don't know the lore of the Street Fighter characters, and I'm talking about the real lore of each of the Street Fighter characters, not this modern Street Fighter 6 garbage that we have now. Ken's whole shtick is well fire. He's a fire shoto, so majority of his uppercuts and kicks have a fire effect, which they kept true to this game. But also he fireballs isn't his thing, man. That's why his fireball doesn't go that far in the default game. As you see here, I can't reach the opponent. I can't really reach the opponent from across the room, as you see here with the fireball. And it makes sense. That's Ken's his shtick. He's just not a shooter. So why did they make his fireball so big in the base game? That was probably the dumbest thing I've seen them do. It was pretty jarring, dude. But as you can see, it's fixed, and it applies to his air fireball too. As you can see, I've drastically shrunk these to make more sense, and this feels better. Shooting is more Ryu's thing. Ryu has the fireballs that can clear, or rather hit the opponent from across the room. And yeah, but this powerful fireballs, if any character would have powerful fireballs, which I'll showcase in a future video, it should be Akuma. Aside from that, his normals, he has the same old normal light punch. I didn't tweak this. I like the stubbiness of it. Before his medium, he's got a slide to his medium now. So he covers way more distance than a light punch. For his fierce punch, as you see here, he's got a hard slide for his fierce punch now, completely eliminating the whole stubby argument now. He's no longer stubby, dude. He has so much reach. He can hit the opponent from pretty far away, as you see here with his spears. For his light kick, same old light kick. Didn't have to tweak it. I love the stubbiness of it. For his medium kick, he's got a slight slide to that medium kick now. Welcome addition. It just covers more space than the light kick, and it makes him more viable as a competitive character. For his fierce, hard slide on the fierce now. So there's no more stubbiness, man. This character, you can no longer say this character is stubby. Look at this range. He can clear. He's almost like Silver Samurai for God's sakes. For his crouch, same old light punch. Again, I try to keep some of the stubbiness in here. I actually like it. For his medium punch, he has a slight slide. He clears a little bit more space than the original light punch now. For his fierce punch, there you go. No more stubby uppercut. Look at all this room he clears. I added a veil set to it. I added a slight slide to it. I tweaked the sprite too slightly, but that's not important. What's important is the slide, dude. This slide covers so much space now. As you can see here, makes it so much easier for you to link your combos together with an uppercut. For his crouching light kick, same old crouching light kick, man. No tweak. I love the stubbiness of it. For his medium kick, kept the medium kick the same. It actually has a really good range compared to the light kick. There's nothing stubby about it. For his fierce, same old fierce. No need to tweak the fierce kick or the crouching fierce kick because it's iconic. This spin kick is this is a super iconic spin kick. I might add a slight slide to the crouching fierce kick just because it's a new function that's been integrated in the more modern Street Fighter games. I'm looking at really 5 and 6 to an extent. But yeah, those are the tweaks that I made to this character, man. So he's no longer stubby, dude. As far as his links goes, he's got the same old links. Ken has always been like a masterful linking character. He has a very slight tweak to his kicks to make his kicks link a little more complexity to the linking of his kicks to make him more fun and more viable to play with. But other than that, he's for the most part he's the same character. So yeah, no more stubby attacks, man. Now I can do full linking combos as you can see here with uppercuts and everything connected to it. As you can see there, you can do full combos. You can hit the opponent a few times, and you can actually uppercut the opponent from a far distance. And you don't have to worry about that dreaded missing that the character would do. I'm missing on purpose here, but you don't have to worry about missing with this uppercut anymore because this uppercut covers a lot of ground. And yeah, those are my tweaks, man. Cosmetic tweaks to the fireballs, and I fixed all of his attacks so that they're no longer stubby at all. That's it. That's been Ken for MVC2. Throw some respect on my boy name. God bless.